Reece Burton was known to have mental health issues. Tragically, he had previously been placed in a mental health institute after being convicted of GBH with intent, and this was dating back to 2015. Now regarded as dangerous, Reece had also previously absconded from a mental health clinic in Enfield, North London, where the Metropolitan Police made an urgent announcement urging caution and told people not to approach Reece Burton because he was considered dangerous and also part of a gang. Reece was eventually caught and he finished his treatment before being released back into the public. Now sadly, treatment did not correct the gangster Reece Burton because the 34-year-old man who is from Leytonstone was jailed for life after he tried to K a rival in broad daylight due to gang tension. On the morning of Monday, June 17, 2019, Reece Burton had retrieved a GUN. He made sure that the item was loaded and then travelled to Birch Road in Leytonstone on a bike, where he spent hours crouched behind walls, gates and also bushes and behind trees, and he lay in wait for his victim. Now, Reece had positioned himself across the road from the victim's home, and when the victim exited his home at 11:35 a.m, Reece had popped up like a surprise. The pistol was already out and put on display as Reece extended his arm, finger on the trigger. Now, the victim had no chance to react, and then Reece pressed the trigger twice. The 28-year-old victim was struck with AM in the neck. It only missed its main arteries by a few millimeters, but the hot casing caused serious injury. Reece then pressed the trigger again and again and again for third and fourth time. His intent showed that he wanted to K his rival. And why? Because this was a pre-planned incident involving two rival gangs in London. Now shocked, stunned and red dripping, the unnamed victim managed to turn around and make it back into his home safely. He knew he was dying. It was only due to emergency care from 999 staff that the victim managed to survive, although they did suffer life-changing injuries. And as for Reece Burton, he fled the scene on his bicycle. Now police investigated the attempted M and they located Reece, whom was already used to avoiding them. He was arrested just 4 days later on June 21st after police received a tip-off. Now, when questioned, Reece Burton did not answer any questions and refused to admit the shh, despite being caught on CCTV outside the victim's home and also carrying an item and brandishing it in front of witnesses, and again in broad daylight. Police also were unable to find the pistol. At the Old Bailey, Reece Burton, who was 29 years old at the time, was found guilty of attempted M and told that he would be jailed for life for the crime. And he was also being found guilty of being in possession of a GUN with intent. The judge commented that Reece would have to serve a minimum of 12 years in jail. It was also alluded to the fact that Reece still suffered from mental health issues, and it was in part due to PTSD from being in a dangerous and well-known London gang, where they had done things like bladings, using GUNs, and also dealing Class A, being white and H. Does the crime match the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe. Safe.